Hey everybody, how's it going? Daryl here. Welcome to the last day of 2024. I hope your year was fantastic. Mine has been awesome. I'm just super pumped for 2025. This is just a quick message. I was just driving home from a gig, and this is really close to my house. This is just a popular venue here in Utah by the Great Salt Lake. Well, that's where it's supposed to be, but hopefully we'll get some good precipitation and it will fill up. It's been doing pretty good the past couple years. So I made a video like this last year at the end of 2023, and I said my main thing is I wanted to put more money towards paying myself as a business owner and spend more time with my kids. And I definitely feel like I was able to do that a lot more this year. I sometimes hate talking about accomplishments because I feel like it's bragging, but I appreciate when other people share some of their accomplishments and their wins, and it helps motivate me. So, this year I kind of failed my goal of not buying any more gear, especially with that all-white DJ setup. Lighting is very important for me and my business, and white just reflects lights a lot better. I don't regret investing in an all-white setup, even though it was more costly than I originally wanted. And part of my ethos too is having a setup that is very streamlined and very efficient to set up. And all battery-powered lighting setup has definitely helped in that regard, and I love it. But yeah, this was the year I paid off all of my consumer debt besides my mortgage. And a big part of that was with DJ money, I like to laugh at all the memes of DJs being broke. And I was right in there performing at clubs, not as a DJ, but being a guitarist in a band. I love the club vibe. People are there to dance and have a good time, which makes you feel good as a performer. You can make pretty good money doing private events and weddings, even if it's not your full-time gig. And so, I paid off all of my student loans this year. I was able to take my family on a few vacations. I was able to do so without going into debt. And the average family goes into a lot of credit card debt to make Christmas a reality for their family. And I was able to do so without going into debt. And a huge part of that was my income from my DJ money. So I am very grateful for the profession of DJing. I feel like full-time versus part-time should be its own video, so I won't go too much into that. And then in 2025, I'm going to try not to spend too much money on gear. This year, I really wanted to make some relationships with some awesome brands so that they send me the gear so I have something to make content about. And I definitely think I achieved that. So yeah, huge shout out to Color Key, JMaz, B-Topper, both Lighting Direct, Sheds, Rain DJ, In Music Brands, and anyone else I can't think of off the top of my head. It did make it quite stressful to have to incorporate those pieces of gear at gigs, and sometimes it just didn't make sense. So I can't demo every single piece of gear I receive at gigs, but I will try when it makes sense. So for the most part, I'm gonna try to keep my setup the same. I'm pretty happy with it. But for this year, I nixed the TVs on trusses, I nixed the monograms, and that has been really nice, especially as a multi-op operator, because it just was a huge deal of stress for me to have to situate people with TVs and projectors, and it's just a lot better without it. I've been seeing a lot of hype for CO2 cannons. I've considered adding that, but I live out in the middle of nowhere. There's nowhere to refill the CO2. I don't have a personal assistant I can just send to go refill that. So it just feels like the juice ain't worth the squeeze, even though I think it aligns with my brand's vision. I've considered getting rid of cold sparklers, but people keep requesting them. And cold sparks, venues are still allowing it. I still am not convinced I need to invest in any more into the ecosystem, but yeah. I've also kind of nixed the monograms. I still have my projectors, but I've kind of taken off the a la carte because it's kind of a lot of work, and I feel like I have to make more investments for different types of projectors. Sometimes there's an ideal place to project your monogram, but there's not an ideal place to set your actual projector to project from. And sometimes it's it'll be too bright in that area, so you need a brighter projector, or your projector is too close to the wall, so you need an ultra short throw or a short throw projector. And I just didn't want to make the investment in all of that. And my projectors are almost 5,000 lumens, which is about as bright as it gets before you start getting into very big and very expensive ones. I'm just not wanting to make the investment. I don't book it often enough to really make it worth the while. And that's kind of ironic. We just did a monogram today. And just a huge shout out to all of you. Thank you so much for watching my videos. It means the world to me. I'm super grateful, super humbled, and I'll continue to try to create quality content that's actionable and can help save you time and money. So thank you so much. Have a great 2025, and I'll see you in the next video.